Hello and welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And without much further ado, we're going to be discussing our favourite internet girly, Just Pearly Things, and the irony of advocating for your own oppression, because it really kind of seems like with a lot of Pearl's talking points that she's advocating for the oppression of her own sex and she doesn't even realise it. Have you seen the Hulu series The Handmaid's Tale? If you haven't seen The Handmaid's Tale, then in summary, it's based on a regressive, theocratic, dystopian society, which is basically governed by men. And in this society, which is known as Gilead, they have a decline in birth rate, which means only a limited number of women can reproduce. And those women who can reproduce, they're sent to postings. And these postings are basically the homes of the commanders and their wives. And here they're forced to basically give birth. I've included a small trailer for reference, so you can kind of get an understanding of what the series is about.
I was asleep before. That's how we let it happen. When they slaughtered Congress, we didn't wake up. When they blamed terrorists and suspended the Constitution, we didn't wake up then either. Now I'm awake. My name is Offred. I had another name.
Ladies, I have to let you go. It's the law now.
They needed to do it this way. All the bank accounts and the jobs all at the same time. You imagine the airports otherwise?
Run!
No, please don't take her. No!
You girls will serve the leaders and their barren wives. You will bear children for them.
There's an eye in your house.
Now, you may be wondering, what on earth does The Handmaid's Tale have to do with Just Pearly Things? But if you bear with me, I'm going to show you exactly why.
I think it's important that we push policies that push family.
So how do you push a policy that promotes family? Like, in what way can you force a family to stay together or encourage it in a sense?
Well, I think you first have to get rid of incentives that incentivize like women to leave families. So, for example, child support, alimony. I'm not really a fan of those.
Child support. So if there's a divorce, let's say
actually, I think we should ban divorce too. Yeah, I think that should be banned. Yes.
Okay, well, that's a little bit silly. You have to acknowledge that, right?
No.
So.
As she was rambling, I couldn't help but think who she reminded me of, and it was none other than Serena Waterford. Now, Serena is the wife of Fred Waterford, who is a commander in Gilead. And before Gilead, Serena was an activist advocating for theocracy and for a woman's place. Serena and her husband also helped to lay the foundation for Gilead with their ideas and policies. Cue the video.
This is what we wanted. Our policies and ideas discussed in the mainstream. You did that.
Mrs. Waterford, are they ready for me? Oh yeah, they're ready.
Change what is happening in our country. You're spoiled, you're privileged, and you're living in an academic bubble. All of you. The rate of healthy births has dropped 61% in the last 12 months. That is exactly the problem that we need to focus on right now. The future and the future of mankind depends on what we do today.
You're incredible.
That was awesome, Mrs. Waterford. Twitter is blowing up.
You're a truth teller.
I want to add more cities to the
You should be a part of these decisions. I'm gonna keep telling them that.
No, don't. We need to work together now, not argue amongst ourselves. I'm gonna see you at home.
We're moving on to the security discussions. Was she upset?
Oh, just frustrated. She's been involved in this from the very beginning.
This is our fault. We gave them more than they could handle. They put so much focus on academic pursuits and professional ambition, we let them forget their real purpose. We won't let that happen again.
I'm curious. How does the quiet half of the room feel about Gilead?
It's absolutely wonderful.
Mrs. Waterford?
I'm blessed to have a home and a husband to care for and follow.
Traditional values are at the core of everything we do here, including trade policy.
Never mistake a woman's meekness for weakness.
Clever.
Yes, it is. It's from A Woman's Place.
My wife's book.
I reread it on the plane. Such a thoughtful argument for domestic feminism, as it was called.
Thank you. That's very kind.
I heard you speak once at a rally. Before the war, you were very passionate.
Women were abandoning their families and we needed to make a change. We were running out of time.
You were arrested for inciting to riot, if I recall.
I had a temper in those days.
Back then, did you ever imagine a society like this?
A society that has reduced its carbon emissions by 78% in 3 years.
A society in which women can no longer read your book. Or anything else.
No, I didn't. God asks for sacrifices, Mrs. Castillo. That has always been his way, but he gives the righteous blessings in return.
I mean, how ironic. How ironic of Serena to really think that she would be exempt from the society that she helped to create. When she was advocating for a woman's place, she really thought that she wasn't going to be put into the woman's place that she was advocating for. And just like that, she was boxed in. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
I'd get rid of birth control. I'd ban it, but that'll never happen. Huh? I don't think women should vote.
See? For some reason, Pearl believes a devolved society is the best kind of society, even though she's arguing for the restrictions of her own sex. Just like our good friend Serena, who perhaps thought the new regime would have no consequence to her at all. She probably thought she was going to be in there making decisions too. Boy, was she wrong. And let me show you what can happen in a society that Serena and Pearly Things envisions for women.
Serena.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And the Word was God. In him was life, and life was the light of men. And the light shineth in the darkness. I did it to set an example for our daughter.
So you have.
No. Fred, stop it. Fred, please. Fred, stop. Stop it, Fred.
What happened? Serena.
You see that? She lost her finger.
People think I'm insane because I don't think women should vote. Everybody thinks I'm crazy for this opinion. If anything, this is probably my most extreme opinion. And I would like to tell you how I came to this conclusion. So what happened was I wanted to know why men were so angry about women. Why are there all these complaints about women? And when I started researching the stuff, it was pretty easy to figure out why. 90% of women have been on birth control. 1 out of 3 women has had an abortion. 1 out of 3 women has an STD. Average body count is over 5, so that your average wife has slept with over 5 people. 95% of women are not virgins on their wedding days. So I understand the complaint.
Come to find out, the girl's not even a virgin. Come to find out that she's 27 and her expiration date, by her own words, is finna run out. Come to find out, sis is not really living up to what she's preaching. That's what we've come to find out. And for me, the most interesting part about this whole thing, aside from the fact that she can't cook, is these constant talking points about regressive society, which involves the regression of women, mainly, and the restriction of women. Just like Serena Joy, I'm just kind of wondering if she really thinks she'll be exempt from this. Like, if the woman's right to vote got taken away tomorrow, that her right to vote wouldn't be gone along with that. Like, I'm just sort of confused at who she thinks this is going to affect. But I digress. I honestly, truthfully, don't believe that Pearl really even believes what she's saying. At this point, I believe that she's talking for the sake of talking, and because these talking points are so ridiculous and controversial, they end up going viral. But honestly, there's no way she believes what she's saying. Otherwise, bitch, get your ass down to Gilead now. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. Hope you've enjoyed. Love and blessings.